A Bay Area-wide plan to create areas of dense, affordable housing has been facing stiff resistance in Marin County. Some residents have strongly opposed the developments in their communities, even threatening to recall their supervisor. This week, 2 designated communities in Marin were withdrawn from the regional proposal, also known as Plan Bay Area. Richard, explain to us what is Plan Bay Area and why is there so much heated opposition in Marin to this?
Well, in Marin, it's been a long, hot spring and summer already for officials trying to defend Plan Bay Area. Now, this is a plan that's designed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions throughout the 9-county Bay Area. But opponents see it as a bid to supersede local control and to impose dense, overly dense housing on the county, in effect to transform suburban Marin County into a more urban environment.
Would these be people who already live in Marin, or is the idea to attract more people to Marin?
One of the reasons there's been so much controversy, I think, is because the plan is so complicated and it's so difficult to explain. But it's very simply, the plan would provide an incentive to counties and cities to zone properties within their jurisdictions to build new housing in the future along traffic corridors and next to mass transit. And the idea there is that that would be a way of reducing driving and thereby reducing greenhouse gases.
And very close to there you see these signs that say the SMART train's coming. The SMART train is a kind of a key player in all of this, is it not?
Well, the SMART train's part of this larger strategy to try and develop housing along corridors, along traffic corridors, and it's coming to San Rafael, and San Rafael's already accepted 2 priority development areas. These are areas where they've zoned the city so that more dense housing can be built. But people are up in arms about it, and there's a candidate that'll be running in November for the city council that says that he will withdraw San Rafael from those priority development areas if he's elected.
Richard, I'm sorry, Richard, is this primarily an environmental concern, or is there also some NIMBYism going on here? Perhaps a tinge of racial discrimination. We don't want low-income people, especially minority low-income people, in our communities. Some people have suggested that. Mm-hmm.
Well, there are proponents of the plan, for affordable housing advocates, have made that claim, and it is difficult to get affordable housing developed in Marin, but I think NIMBYism is a problem that you'll find throughout the 9 counties of the Bay Area. Marin has a very long and proud tradition of protecting open space, and I think that plays into it. There are just many, many factors, and it's hard to know exactly, what predominates. I mean, there are claims too that some of this has been whipped up from right-wing groups from outside of Marin. You hear a lot of talk about Agenda 21, and this is something that's been talked about on the conservative talk radio, and it's the idea that there's this grand conspiracy by the United Nations to create a super government, and there are a lot of people even in Marin County who subscribe to this belief.
On the financial side, is there a lot of money at stake that if the development plan goes ahead, or is it financially neutral? Is the debate really about open space and population density?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think some of the critics of the plan might argue that behind all this is some plan for people to make a lot of money, but I don't think so. I mean, it's driven by 2 environmental laws, one passed in 2006 and the other in 2008, and the whole idea was to do something about global warming. It's one of the things that Arnold Schwarzenegger I think was proudest of as governor.
So it sounds like both sides have an environmental argument that they're making.
Yes, that's the irony of it. On the one hand, the Plan Bay Area wants to reduce greenhouse gases, and the people on the other side say they're protecting Marin's pristine environment.
And meanwhile, people are still debating and still pretty whipped up. In fact, Monday's Board of Supervisors meeting, it was so raucous that sheriff's deputies had to be called in. Richard, thank you very much.